Hi, guys. Good afternoon, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in today's video, I will be discussing what I thought of the very revealing and very good new episode of WandaVision. This is our second to last episode, guys. Next week is the big, I'm going to call it the series finale because I highly doubt this is going to be an ongoing, recurring series. I feel like this was more of a limited series event to fill the gaps between upcoming Marvel sequels. To fill our time with between like the second Doctor Strange movie, Spider-Man: No Way Home, and oh God, what else? Captain Marvel 2 and Thor: Love and Thunder. Those are all the ones I think are coming out within the next 2 years or so. But it's been an enjoyable, fun ride. I think most people would agree. So before I begin, of course, please be warned, I am going to be discussing big reveals and spoilers for this episode. So if you're not caught up on WandaVision by this episode or previous episodes, you might not want to keep watching or listening as I will be discussing spoilers. That being said, you have been warned. Let's jump right into it. So, first and foremost, we actually got to see some pretty heartbreaking backstory for Wanda. Now, having a pretty good memory of one of my favorite movies, Avengers: Age of Ultron, I remembered most of, if not all of, the stuff that was explained in terms of Wanda's painful backstory and tragic past. And then, some of the stuff from Civil War as well. All those gaps I think were pretty much filled, or they did a pretty good job explaining them. I really enjoyed Agatha's, I guess you would call it, her final form in the final shot of the episode where she's holding the two poor twins at hostage using her own evil powers. And apparently she was born a witch, much like Wanda was. I guess it was implied several years ago that Wanda got her powers thanks to the Mind Stone, the same deal as Quicksilver. But now, thanks to Disney's acquisition of Fox, they can now explain that her powers were simply amplified by the Mind Stone because she already had those powers being born a witch, and henceforth, her new nickname, official name, Scarlet Witch. I've often referred to her as Scarlet Witch all these years, even though that name was not officially used or recognized by Marvel due to copyright issues with Fox. That's not a problem anymore. So I didn't have exactly have my breath, drawn, or I didn't have my jaw drop when she called her Scarlet Witch, because I was like, oh, great, so she's formally calling her that now. Great, that's cool. But it wasn't anything jaw-dropping, at least for me, but maybe it was for others. I don't know. I still very much enjoyed the episode. Downright absolutely. I did think it was interesting how somebody lied to Monica, Agent Wu, and Darcy that Wanda stormed that sword facility, stole Vision's corpse, and then went to Westview and created this whole fantasy bubble. Part of that is true, as we saw in this flashback, but it feels like Director Hayward was pushing her or hinting that he outright said not all of us could bring our long lost love back to life. I mean, back online. So it sounds like he wanted her to take Vision's body or attempt to bring him back to life so they could create their own version of Vision, like a more stronger robotic version. I think that's what was implied or teased in the mid-credits scene. So it's like Vision is brought back to life, but it's not the Vision that we'll remember him as. Obviously, he's missing the Mind Stone, and he looks far more robotic and way less colorful. So who knows what's going to happen in the next week's big finale. So overall, great episode, though. I liked how in the beginning they explained that, like Wanda, Agatha, too, was born a witch and has been alive for a very, very long time and looks damn good, too. I mean, it is Catherine Hahn, who's a beauty, so... But yeah, and Catherine Hahn was so good in this episode. She was great. She absolutely nailed the role of the villain, and I really, really hope that when this show show ends, this is not the last we've seen of Agatha Harkness. I hope she pops up in a movie somewhere, or maybe in another series like Loki or something. Overall, very much enjoyed it. Super excited for the big finale next week. I guess we'll just have to wait and see whether or not this show will indeed get a second season, or if this is the end of WandaVision as we know it. But it's been one heck of an entertaining ride. Wouldn't you guys agree? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review and this episode as much as I did. Do you have any thoughts or predictions as to what we could see in next week's big finale? Leave your opinions and speculation down below. Have an awesome rest of your day. Have a great, safe weekend, everybody, if I don't see you. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.